Before you launch any new ideas for changes in your Salesforce org, where should you test it first? The answer is Sandbox. It is simply a copy of your live environment. You can safely use Sandbox for development, testing, and training without disturbing the users. Think of it as a practice environment where you can experiment freely, break, build, or fix things, all without risk. Hi, I'm Sajita, and today I will talk about everything you need to know about sandboxes as a Salesforce consultant or admin. A sandbox contains all the metadata and includes either no data, partial data, or full data from production, depending on the type of sandbox. There are four main types of sandboxes, and each serves a specific purpose. Developer Sandbox, a lightweight environment for individual developers. Copies only your metadata, things like objects, fields, and Apex code. Developer Pro Sandbox, just like Developer, but with more storage space. Perfect for team projects or heavier testing. Partial Copy Sandbox copies your metadata plus a sample of production data based on a sandbox template you define. Great for integration or user acceptance testing. Full Sandbox, a complete replica of your production org, metadata and all the data. This is what you use for full regression testing, load testing, and user training. Each sandbox type has a different refresh interval and purpose. Use the smallest one that fits your testing needs. This keeps your workflow fast and efficient. We use sandboxes to develop and test safely, train users with realistic data, and validate changes before production. They are also essential during Salesforce release cycles. Some sandboxes are upgraded early, so you can test upcoming features before production updates. Remember to track Salesforce release windows. During each major release, some sandboxes move to preview mode, giving your team an early look at new features before production is upgraded. Sandboxes aren't available in every Salesforce edition. Editions like Enterprise, Unlimited, and Performance include various sandbox options by default, while others may include an add-on license. You can check the availability by going to Setup and Sandboxes in your org. Here's how sandboxes fit into your release cycle. Developer Sandbox, where configuration and coding happens. QA Sandbox, for integration and testing across teams. UAT Sandbox, where business users test new features with real sample data. And Production, the live environment that receives only verified changes. When creating a partial copy or full sandbox, you can use a sandbox template to pick which objects and related records to copy. This gives you just the right amount of data to test your use case. From Setup, go to Sandboxes and click on the Sandbox Template tab. What about users? All user accounts are copied into a sandbox when it's created, but passwords aren't. Users log in through test.salesforce.com or a sandbox domain, and admins can reset passwords as needed. To create new user accounts in Sandbox, click Login from the list of sandboxes. On the login page, use the production username, followed by a period and the sandbox name, and use the same password as a production account. Before activating a sandbox, review these important settings. Turn off or redirect outbound emails and integrations to avoid real notifications. Update external connections like APIs or single sign-ons to sandbox URLs. Review scheduled jobs and workflows to ensure they run safely. Validation rules, triggers, and automations all behave exactly as they do in production. What makes sandboxes perfect for accurate testing? How do sandboxes connect to production? Every sandbox is created from production out, so it inherits all your metadata. When you need to move changes back to production, you can set up a deployment connection between the two. That's what enables change sets. Salesforce built-in tool for migrating customizations. You can build a change set in your sandbox, upload it to production, validate it, and deploy it once everything passes testing. It's a secure, trackable way to promote updates from one environment to another. Sandboxes keep your Salesforce org stable, secure, and ready for innovation. You can find more tips and insights about best practices with development consulting partners. We help building better Salesforce experiences. Thank you.